Thanks so much for joining us on the program. I am Abosede Adeniran. You can join the conversation now on X, formerly Twitter, using the hashtag Beyond 100 Days and tag at TVC News NG. President Bola Tinubu will on Wednesday present the 2024 appropriation bill to the National Assembly. Some weeks back, the chairman, Senate Committee on Appropriation, Senator Solomon Adiola, during the inaugural meeting of the committee, had promised that the National Assembly would ensure that the 2024 budget is passed before the 31st of December 2023. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa joins me now on the program. Joke, Wednesday is 29th of November. Does it seem we are on course for a January to December budget cycle? Like typically, how long does it take the National Assembly to consider and pass the bill?
Well, I think from what has happened today at the Federal Executive Council meeting, what this means is that the National Assembly will get busier in the days ahead, looking at the fact that the President is slated to present the budget to the estimate budget to the joint session of the National Assembly on Wednesday, which of course the countdown has started. And so what this means is that in the days ahead, after that presentation, the National Assembly will get busier. You have government bodies, agencies, ministries, departments coming to their respective committees to defend their projection for the year. The 2023 budget, they also come forward to tell how well they have expended it and how well they have judiciously used it. So in the days ahead, certainly the National Assembly will get busier, and MDAs, particularly those that are under one committee or another, will have the opportunity to come before the different committees, about 139 of them to come up and say, okay, this is what we are using our monies for in the new year. But one thing that is also germane from what we have seen is the fact that the budget now is about 27.5 trillion naira, which is about 5.7 trillion naira above what was presented in 2033 by the last administration. And so you also recall that, you also know that this government, this will be the first budget that the Tinubu administration will be presenting to the joint session of the two chambers. And so the time has actually been a major issue preparing this. You know that usually what the law says is that the budget should be presented at least 3 months before the end of the year. And what this means is that the Parliament this time, which has resolved to keeping strictly with the January to December cycle, would have to work all around the clock to meet this target to ensure that the budget is passed by December. So we are looking forward to see how of course, the National Assembly has restated its commitment to also do a thorough job, to do due diligence as far as the fiscal document is concerned. So we look at how all this pan out. We've seen that over the years, every year we see the budget increase from the previous one. So, and this, of course, is not an exemption, but basically Nigerians will want a budget that will impact positively on their lives. When you talk of debt servicing, you talk of recurrent expenditure, you talk of capital expenditures, these are the things that make up the budget. And so, but for the average Nigerian, it's that the life should be improved. And so that is what Nigerians will be looking forward to as President Bola Tinubu comes to lay the budget on Wednesday.
Absolutely, Joke. And you have covered the National Assembly for quite some time. So from your experience, how long does it take typically for lawmakers to deliberate on the issues contained in the budget and eventually pass it?
Well, if I can hear you well, I think what Nigerians, like I've said, what they want is the fact that there should be something that they can hold on to say, yes, this budget is what is ours. They should be able to link up with the budget to say it is ours and we own it and we also abide by it. But what we have seen over the years is that it has practically become a process where an annual ritual where you see all these things happen and Nigerians don't really feel the impact. But this time, I'm sure Nigerians are hoping with what the President Tinubu administration has put on ground, with its determination to also impact positively on the lives of the people. I'm sure Nigerians will look forward to having an appreciable intake in what will come out of this budget. That basically is the concern of every Nigerian. Let me be able to have what to eat, a good source of income, and all that, and Nigerians will be okay. So we are hoping that in the days ahead, as the National Assembly, as President Bola Tinubu comes prepared, lays the budget, and the National Assembly begins work on this fiscal document, Nigerians can only hope and pray that this time, beyond the fact that it is something that is expected every year, it's a yearly ritual, Nigerians will be able to hold on to something to say, yes, this is our budget and we have to relate with it.
Yes, indeed. And as you have said, the countdown is on. It's less than 48 hours from now. We expect the president to make that presentation, and Nigerians will get to know what the content of that document is. Jokia Adisa is a National Assembly correspondent. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.